Welcome to the second video on understanding strength training. In this video, I want to explain a way of training which most people don't learn. Not exercises, not sets and repetitions, but how training progression actually works over time. This framework will help you understand why beginners progress fast and then the progression slows down over the period of time, and why using wrong program will waste your time. At the most basic level, this is how your training works. You apply stress, you recover, and then you adapt. No recovery means no adaptation. The speed at which your body adapts will determine what type of programming and training you should aim for. When we say a person is a beginner, intermediate, or an advanced, we are not saying how strong he is, not how long you've been to the gym, not how athletic you look, but actually how your body recovers from the stress that has been put onto it. Let's first understand who is a novice. A novice is someone who is able to recover within the time period of 48 to 72 hours. This typically means if you work out today and have a very good session, you will be ready to work out in the same manner, in the same dedication level in the next 48 to 72 hours, in the next 2 to 3 days. They are far away from their physical potential, so even lightweight is able to trigger adaptation in these people. Novices progress fast because they are new. They're new to everything. Their nervous system is learning, their muscles are learning, even their recovery systems are learning. This is important to know that recovery itself can be trainable, but again, it can be exceeded if it is done poorly. For a novice, we have understood that a good workout provides enough stress for him to adapt by the next workout. That's why for a novice, linear progression works so well. What you can do is basically add weight in every workout session, confirm that they are progressing, and your body will be adapt to the next workout session as well. This is called as progression, and this is what leads to improvement in strength and hypertrophy. This phase contains the fastest gains in a human being in the entire training career. The novice phase generally ends when you're no longer able to improve or progress in each workout session. Again, this should be verified with the 4 basics that we are talking about, which is nutrition, hydration, workout, and sleep. When all these 4 things are done properly, and even then, workout to workout, if a person is not able to improve or progress on his own, this means that he is in the end of his novice phase. The general time period for a novice is anywhere between 3 months to 9 months, depending on genetics and environmental stress. Next, let's go to the intermediate lifter. Intermediates face a new problem. The stress they apply in the workout takes 48 to 72 hours for their adaptation. Adaptation now happens across multiple workouts and not just one. So the training program has to optimize between multiple workout sessions such that they have a longer time frame. This is why a weekly programming done for intermediates is the best, and it becomes useful. Stress across days between different body parts can be heavy, medium, and light. The goal is to apply stress such that it gets adapted and recovered over a week's time. At this point, training becomes an act of balancing. The intermediate lifter benefits from lifting weights from having a program that has exercise variety. They are developing new movement and skill specific to the sport or direction they want to specialize in. This is the phase where many trainees actually become athletes. The intermediate phase can be anywhere from 2 years, 4 years, or even longer. And here's the interesting part. Most trainees or athletes never need anything more than the intermediate phase that they're already training. Even very accomplished athletes just stick on to this intermediate type of programming. The third type of scenario of the trainee is the advanced trainee. Advanced trainees are very close to their genetic potential. They are about to hit their plateau level. This group of athletes involve people who are training for competitive powerlifting and weightlifting. The stress required to drive adaptation is very high, and the recovery takes many weeks or even months altogether. For the advanced trainees, the margin of progress is very tiny. One less set is not enough stress. One more stress becomes overtraining, and that optimal level is a very minute margin which they have to conquer. And at the end of this, huge efforts will lead to very tiny progression. This is why advanced programming is very precise and demanding. Coming to very special subset, these people are called as elite athletes. Beyond training, these people are genetically gifted, and obviously they are highly motivated and they train up to their potential, and the training investment keep paying them off. The program for elite athletes runs over months or years or for Olympic cycles depending on the athlete and what he wants to perform in. This level of training is very specific and it's not applicable for most people. One of the biggest mistakes in fitness is giving an advanced program for a novice or a beginner. This mismatches stress and recovery. This is unfortunately the fastest way a beginner can waste his time. The program must match a particular person's level of adaptation and recovery. If not, the person is wasting his or her time. Now we will also see what research misses. Most academic research published actually study exercises and not training. The difference between exercise and training we have already studied in part 1 of the video. And the problem is exercise will be for a shorter period of time and will be on untrained subjects. Be it anything, everything works on a novice, but it's about how optimally it works on a novice. Also, real training happens over years, not in months or weeks. And this is difficult to study in university because an athlete for the university studies has to be tied to a particular university for a very long time. This is not feasible. Now let's just talk about being empirical versus being rational. Knowledge doesn't only come from lab studies. It comes from education, experience, observation, and logical reasoning. Experienced coaches who have worked with thousands of athletes validate the empirical research. This is why it is believed that experience and logic with empirical knowledge is the best combination ever possible for optimally training any person. If you have directly come to this part, these are the key takeaways of this video. Training progression depends on recovering ability. People at different stages require different programming. Most people don't need complex programming. And using the right model of programming will save many years. Always match programs to trainees and not the other way around. If you enjoyed this video, like, share, subscribe. See you soon. Cheers.